Hey guys, I watched this video for Tuesday, December 15th, showing you the daily chart of the SPY here. We had a gap up. You heard me say this in the video this weekend. I suspected the market was going to gap up due to the vaccine. And then I think I said big gaps up on Mondays are my least favorite scenario. And if you go to 5-minute candles, so we had the gap up, a little bit of a rally, spent the rest of the day just bleeding lower. Which usually doesn't make for great trades either, right? I had a green day, but I hated today. Those of you that were in chat, I mean, it was just hard to find anything. I had a couple wins here. I traded RVP, had a nice total in that one, and I had a nice little quick pullback play in NETE that I kind of really feel like I got away with one on. So I had a couple decent little gainers, but overall, it was just I hated today. Like nothing really was setting up, right? So anyway, let's go right into what we're watching for tomorrow and hope it's a better day. And it should be, right? Because we won't, more than likely, we won't have the big gap up, and we definitely won't have a Monday morning because tomorrow's Tuesday. So QS is starting to get interesting to me. Talked about that in the video this weekend. I didn't really like it after the one red day, even though you had a couple days lower. But now we're getting down. We've got the gap fill and then some, and we're kind of getting into that buy zone. We took out the 8-day today. I'd actually kind of like another red day down to the middle of the buy zone, but suffice it to say, I definitely like this more than I did as a bounce play. I like it more than I did coming into today, going into tomorrow. All right, LAZR kind of the same scenario. We got another red day, kind of right to the middle of that buy zone, so I like it more as a bounce play tomorrow. Snow, man, this thing had a huge move from like, I don't know, 290 to almost 430 in a few days, in like 3 or 4 days. And now it's been bleeding lower for about a week and getting very close to the 20-day. To me, it's a pretty darn good setup for a potential bounce. So that goes on Bounce Watch. AYRO, I don't love this one at all, but it's very close to the 50-day. And, the EV plays, if they catch a bounce, this is one of my favorite as far as the company and the story goes. So that doesn't mean the chart looks great, but really, it's been bleeding lower for like a week straight. So if the EVs catch a bid, I do like this one very close to the 50-day here for a bounce. And that may not happen tomorrow, right? THCB, couple red days, getting into that, took out the 8-day. Maybe one more down day would make me feel better about it, but that one goes on Bounce Watch. I believe that is an EV charging or battery play, so kind of in that same space. RVP, this thing's holding up really well, and it is syringes, right? For I don't know how many vaccines are going to be administered over the next year, like 1 billion. So this is in the right space. You had the big pop on Thursday, the red day on Friday, and then right back up today. So that one's holding up well. I don't have like a particular price point I'm looking at, but suffice it to say it's in the right space and it's strong, right? SOL, big volume day. And a strong day in a weak market, although it closed well off its high. So we'll see if we get any kind of follow-through day tomorrow. GLSI, you had this, of course, this crazy move, and then you got a few days lower, but it closed above its open today and topped out at 48.50. If this takes out 48.50 tomorrow, that would be a break of today's high. That makes it super interesting for a little mini squeeze bounce, if you will. So that one's on watch. ABUS, also very strong. Nice volume closing, fairly close to its highs, I guess. So that one goes on watch. WISA, kind of a handsome chart here. You had this big pop back here, then sideways for, I don't know, like a month, and now it's starting to curl back up. So that one's interesting. MCEP, nice pop, really strong going into the close. Actually in after hours it went up over $5, but it's back down to 381 right now. So anyway, looking for a follow through day tomorrow. And then lastly, I've got BDR, which I kind of like the chart anyway, but that's not why it's on watch. It's on watch because it's trading at 208 in after hours. So potential gap and go. I couldn't find the news, but it doesn't mean there isn't any. So not a very long list, but hopefully we'll add some gappers to this list as well. Again, I hated today, but I'm very optimistic about tomorrow. So I'm done babbling. We'll see everybody in the chat room in the morning.